Hey guys, this is Louis Ortiz with Riverside Camping Center in New Bern, North Carolina. And here we're going to talk about the new 2025 2475 Alta KBH. So it is a bunkhouse model. And I'm a fan of this one. And I'll explain to you why I say it that way, because we've had other models that were very similar to this, and I wasn't a fan of the layout before. But I like what they've done here. So again, Alta doing something different, and I'm thankful for that every time. So this unit, of course, you have your universal docking station right here, and you do have, well, that's your solar controller, but you do have, if you ever see two batteries on the front on the Altas, it's because you do have 430 watts of solar panel, of solar coming into this model. You do have two 200 watt panels, which a combination you're getting a total of 430 watts. So something that they've done for a long time, and I really much enjoy that. Not only do you have your water access here for hot and cold, you also have water access on the back side of the camper, so which is for your campsite, and then you have on the back side here. So I love what they did with that. And then this is new for, I think it's the later half of the 2025 models. You have an access panel here for your water pumps, your water lines, for your just, it's an easy access, which they've done. They've been doing this on the east to west fifth wheels, and I love that they are incorporating that on this model here. So kudos to Alta, for east to west anyway, for continue to upgrade all their models throughout. This model does have it's prep for your 12 volt inverter, which the previous year model did come standard with it, but they decided to do away with the inverter on this one, and just leave it as a prep, because not everybody has any need from it. So if somebody wanted to add something to it, then that's something that is easily done on this model. So 2 inches on your insulation all the way throughout, floor, sidewalls, and then 5 inches on the roof. And you also have you have a limited lifetime warranty on the roof membrane, so you don't have to relayer, recoat it. Of course, you still have to check your seals, the vents, all around the vents, and where the rubber meets the front cap, but where the roof membrane meets the front cap and the back. So you got to make sure that you test that out too, and check those out, make sure those are sealed. You do have a drop frame here. That is the floor on the inside, and as you can see, this is lower, so you have a drop frame here, giving you a lot more height movement for that. So that right there works out great. One of the nice features that I love about the Altas is that as of yet, for the models that we carry, they're the only ones that have 4 individually controlled stab jacks. So, which has pros and cons between manual jacks and electric jacks. The electric jacks, that traditional, it's 1 button for both of the front, 1 button for both of the back. Once they touch down, that's it. It's just for stabilizing only. And I've always liked the manual jacks because I can overextend one side over the other. So this is the solution to that issue with the electric ones, is that they're now all 4 individually controlled. So it's something that Alta's been doing for a long time, and I've always been favored to them because of that. So electric tongue jack, something that again, I mentioned in previous videos, it's a big must for me. I like that feature. If it ever malfunctions, there is a manual override for that as well. So painted front cap, which I like. So that's not decals here, the black on it. It's not decals, that's painted. I've been told before there was automotive paint. If it is or not, I'm not sure. I mean, it makes sense if it was. But the biggest thing for me is that is what's catching all the wind. It's what's catching the brunt of everything. So not just having decals on that front cap is a big plus. So here, this is decals. So of course that'll get damaged, and that right there will not. So I love what they're doing with that. And then your doors, if you want to see quality of a camper, if you look at the thickness of the side doors, that's a good indication of the quality of the camper. So not to beat anybody down as far as other manufacturers, but had a gentleman who bought a 2018 camper and went back because they were very popular, Amish built, and they went and bought a 2018, and after COVID they went back to buy this a new version of this camper, and they looked at the baggage doors and they said, you know, that is an indication for them that everything else, because he looked at everything else on one that had the baggage doors changed, and said that everything is not the same as they used to be. So here is your awning control. So I love what they've done with that. So if you're standing outside and you have trees, I like that you can do it from here. And then your slide out controller is also on the opposite side. And I forgot to show you guys that, but you do have that. So if there's a camper or an object's in the way, there's an old saying that it's a marriage saver. So it prevents people getting into an argument with each other because you have those controllers there on the outside where you can see. As far as structure, integrity, or just the whole build on this, it's second to none. It is one of actually the best built camper that's gone through my hands, new or used, and especially at this price point. So you have fully aluminum frame on this camper, heated and enclosed underbelly. You have your Goodyear Endurance tires, which is great. You also have aluminum wheels, again, as all part of the quality and the way this thing is built. It minimizes rust on them. Of course, I love the name brand tires. Customers have often said that when it comes to the camper, you know, these China bombs, that's what they call them, that they continue to get messed up. So I'm going off of what they tell me, and of course customers have a lot more experience with it than I do, because they are the ones that use it on a daily basis. So here in this model, you do have a door on the back side, so anything long that you want to take with you, of course, it's the Bunkhouse model. So you know, any fishing rods, a kayak, or something of that nature, canoe or anything that you can take along with you, as long as it fits in that slot. And again, even though you do have the back door here, the Alta is still giving you a ladder and not just prep for it. So this one does quite a bit of storage on the outside. In the front compartment, you have the passenger, and then on the outside, you have storage here. So one of the nice features that I like with this floor plan that other models were not doing is you have adequate storage on this model. So if you're going to use it for the kids, then you have a spot for them. If you're going to use it for stores, then you have a spot for that. And of course, if you need both of those, it's because you have so many kids that you need quite a bit of storage, so you're not lacking in either of those. So sleeping arrangements or storage. You do have your tankless hot water heater, Suburban. It is a 60,000 BTU opposed to the 42,000 BTU option. So that right there is also a nice feature. So I love that as well. You do have a LP quick connect on the outside, even though you don't have a designated fridge here, you do have that. So I think I've talked about the heated and enclosed underbelly, but if not, you do have that, and you do have 5 inches of foam block insulation all throughout the roof on this model. Something else that is worthy of noting, whenever you see 2 doors on the camper, I've seen it often that they stop the awning just before that second door. So to me, it would be an indication that they're just trying to save a couple of bucks and not go over, because why not go over both doors and have covers on both doors? So it's and that's what you have here. So solid steps on both sides as well. I've seen them in Altas, I think, if I remember clearly correctly, that they're also you know, they've also have done one fold up step and then one main step here, or one photo step and one main step. So they're now giving you 2 solid steps on this camper. So love that. Here goes the water access that I talked about on the campsite. You do have a black tank flush, so clean out your black tank. You're not smelling like a porta potty. So you have a coax cable here, your receptacle if you want to go ahead and connect the TV, and then that's where you mount your TV. And I love that they're putting a longer window in the kitchen, and of course you got speakers up there. But if you're in the kitchen and you're cooking, and of course if the family and friends are on the outside hanging out, they used to have a smaller window, which you were limited as far as what you can see, and I like what they're doing with this model, so you can see a lot more from the outside, from the inside, I'm sorry. They have the Asdel. The Asdel is one of the biggest features, in my opinion, of any camper that you can get. So the Asdel, so you have your fiberglass here on the outside. So that first layer is your fiberglass. The inside layer is your Asdel, and then you have your insulation, and then you have your Asdel behind that now, and then you have your interior wall panel color. So the Asdel doesn't mold, doesn't mildew, doesn't cause delamination, doesn't swell up. It is not what you get with Luan. Luan, it's a wood, and that swells, that holds mold, mildew, so you don't have that with this camper. There's still a lot of major manufacturers that do not have it. If you look up which major manufacturers does not have Asdel, you will see. Again, I'm not here to beat anybody up. I'm just here to point out the facts as far as who has it and who does not. So you have a storage box here on the outside, so any kind of tools, you don't want them inside, you can have them nicely here with a lock on it. So you have your pet leash, you have your bottle opener, and then again, this is the 2475 kbh that we have with Asdel, and made in the USA. So dinette slide out, love that. And then the open space here. So as you can see, tons of counter space, TV, tons of storage too. So I love that these drawers are long. Normally it would have come to this here, so about twice its length, which I like that. So you can either get 4 storage compartments, or you can have 2 big ones. So if you have anything that's longer, then you can have it there with ease. And then this one on the bottom is deeper. And so that's your return for your heat, and then you get LED lights throughout. So they've done a great job on this model. Of course, ladder there, and then the big storage compartment from that door that you can use, and then the bottom bunk opens up like the top bunk. The top bunk is 300 pounds, I believe. And then you have your 10.7 cubic fridge, which is Furrion, and which is a really nice size freezer as well. So, and then all this is, I don't say painted on. I mean, they might use something else, but it's not wallpaper, and it's real wood. So I like that as well. So your dinette doubles over as an extra sleeping quarter. So if you have a friend, that works out well as well. And then you have double doors to the master. And look at the storage here. So you have 2 drawers on the bottom and then a cubby hole on top. But on top of that, instead of just having storage in drawers, you still have a big open area that you can put bigger things. You know, a dog bed, just anything that you want to carry in there. So, and that's a really nice feature also. And then the drawers on both sides, and of course you do have hanging closets on either side. So here you got cubby holes on the left and the right hand side, CPAP machines or laptops, your phones, anything you want to keep in there, that goes well. And then you do have a king size bed here also. So they've done a phenomenal job with what they've done. But I love these double doors here. So you normally get the door on the left side or the right side, or you get them 2 pocket doors on either side, and then you have a panel in the middle. And that's fine. You know, it's worked for many years, but being able to sit there, if your kids here are running around and you have your view, you have your view from there, and you can relax from the bed and be able to see and still be part of everything that's going on, opposed to the other one where the wall would be right in the middle. So this is a really nice touch, and it's very open. So this is what I'm talking about. That we used to have the brands. Let me see. We used to have a Wilderness model, which it's a North Trail model, and they had the wall here in the middle, or the whole wall, and then you had the door on this side, and then the dinette. So it never sold well for us because the dinette, and then just the whole setup, you were confined. So I love what they've done here. They took what used to feel confined and tight, and they've opened it up. They've opened it up drastically. So it's not just a dinette slide out now. Now you have your refrigerator on the same slide. So it's all open. And we used to have, they used to have a partial wall sometimes, but this is very, very open, through and through. And then having the doors there, it's also, again, very open. So, done a great job here with this model. So if there's a model that just has a dinette slide out, this would be the model that I would prefer, because it feels very open. And then of course that right there is your pantry, so you have that also, and then the storage, and then you got windows on the top and windows on the bottom, and then we talked about the counter space. We talked about that. It comes with the TV has attitude, so they've been converting those attitude TVs to the smart TVs, and then you get the sound bar there, and then it's ducted up top, and then of course your ducts on the floor, not on the floor but on the sidewalls for your heat. So that's also a big plus. And then you have your cup cleaner there. You got a big stainless steel sink, which is nice. And then here, actually, I'll continue talking about that. The storage here, because this is deep. So other brands we've had, they put a panel in the middle to block that off. And I mean, I get it. They wanted to give it a cleaner look, but people want storage. So, and you see your shut-off valves there, which is another thing that they've been doing. But, people understand that there's piping underneath stuff. So, we understand it's piping. So what? Give me the storage. And that's what you're getting here. So, I love what they've been doing. And again, all that storage there. So, and please excuse the dirty shower for someone stepping in it. But you have a real porcelain toilet and tons of space here to actually, and I'm standing comfortably and my legs are wide, so I can get dressed in this bathroom very comfortably. And your medicine cabinet there, and I love the corner cabinets because you get more depth. And then you do have storage up top. I'm not sure how much you can use of that, but you have that. And then you still have counter space here around the sink. And then the shower it's a really nice size shower. And then this material, it's a thicker material than you normally see on some other brands. And then the medicine cabinet you have over there, and then you still have additional storage here. So, and then you do have spots that you can put soap or hair stuff or body wash. So again, I love what they've done. So East to West has done a great job on this. Again, more storage, doggy bowl, or just some additional storage. And then these drawers, instead of having to lift up the seat, you have really long drawers here, and they're deep. So, but this is the 2475 KBH King Bed Bunkhouse East to West model, 15,000 BTU AC, tankless hot water heater, best installation that we've had, new or used from my experience in the 10 years that I've been doing this, and for the price. The ceiling height is 81 inches from the floor to the ceiling. So you're not limited if you're 6'5", you're 6'6", 6'7". I think 6'8", I think that's the tallest I've seen, or maybe 6'9". And this worked just fine. So, guys, windows everywhere, they open up. So cross ventilation here in the bedroom. So it's a beautiful day, nice, breezy, beautiful if you're at the beach or anywhere that you are. you can open up your windows and it works very well. So thank you guys very much. There's a lot more to say. I mean, I said a lot in 20 minutes. But if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please reach out to me. If you're here locally, stop on in, say hello. My name is Luis Ortiz, and I'm with Riverside Camping Center here in New Bern, North Carolina. If you have any questions whatsoever about this camper, about any other campers, I mean, even if it's something that we don't carry, please don't hesitate to reach out. There's a lot that I've learned in my time, and if I don't know it, I love to learn it. So now I can give you the answer and anybody else the answer. But please feel free to stop in. Again, I mean, my direct number is 252-773-1833, and I'm with Riverside Camping Center. And our email address or our website is riversidecampingcenter.com, and you can see what models we have. We have some great pricing. So if this is not the one for you, but if you think that there's something specific that you're looking for, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, because I am very familiar with what we have, and I will love to find the perfect match for you guys. So thank you again. If you have any service related issues, please feel free to reach out to our dealership, which is 252-634-2267. Guys, thank you again for everything, for your time, for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great remainder of the day and have a blessed one.